Hello, good morning. So today I'm gonna ask some question, doing some interview with my dad about hero challenge. So thank you.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
for the
Uh,
chance.
yeah. So that can you tell us about your background, your personal profile, like your maybe your previous education or something like that.
Okay. When I was a kid, I aspired to be architect. So in my senior high school, I take science subject, fisika in bahasa Indonesia. But the problem is that when I finish school, we don't have enough money. My dad or my mom cannot allocate enough money for me to continue to university to pursue my dream. So I went finally to Balai BPLP, Balai Pendidikan and Latihan Pariwisata. It's like a tourism or hotel college. So I took 1 year study in front office. From there, I start to work in several hotels in my career since 2090, 1990, not 2000, 1990, 1990. So it's about 30 years ago. So I started with internship first in some hotels, including big hotels, small hotels, and finally I work at the Grand Hyatt in Nusa Dua in various positions for about 7 years. So from 1990 to 1997, then I moved to Yogyakarta. Took I had a good career actually in Grand Hyatt. So my last position was assistant front office manager, and then I moved to Hyatt in Jogja, the new hotel, in 1997 as assistant front office manager. But because of the economic crisis, I decided I moved back to Bali. I moved to a small hotel in Ubud, the Chedi Ubud, in 1998. I stayed there for about 2 years as a front office manager. From there, I moved to new hotel in Ubud, also a bigger hotel, my Ubud Resort. It's a luxury hotel in east part of Ubud. Also as a front office manager for about 6 years, from 2000 and 2006. So that's from 2006. I also moved to villa property in Sanur. It's a small property, 11 villas, but it's a luxury resort. That time, I think that I need to continue my study because I only have diploma one year diploma in front office. It's not enough for me, so I decided 2007 I continue my study to take undergraduate. I went to Warmadewa University. I took economic department with the major in the management subject. So 2010 I graduate, and then so moved back to 2009. I moved from the property in Sanur, the Gangsa. I moved to Kayu Manis Jimbaran as a general manager. So I stayed there for 1 year. 2010 I moved to my current company, Amadea Resort and Villas. It's a 4-star hotel in Seminyak. It's a very famous destination in Bali, one of the hotspot for tourists in Bali, especially for international tourists. So been here for about almost 10 years now. But in 2017, I got another assignment from the corporate office. I also manage another property within the same group, right? Prime Beach Hotel in Kuta, 3-star hotel with 143 rooms. So I manage basically 2 properties today.
Okay. So it's tell us about your expertise in hospitality, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say so, but I make myself a long life learner.
Life learner.
I learn every day because yeah, things change every day, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. And so, what are you doing now?
I'm the general manager for Amadea Resort and Villas. It's a 4-star property in 4-star hotel in Sevilla. We have 93 rooms and 7 villas with facilities like restaurants, bars, and then recreational facilities like spa, swimming pools, activities like yoga, movie nights, yeah, something like that. And also, as mentioned before, I manage another 3-star hotel in Kuta, but this one is rather different because this is more to economic hotel, while Amadea serve upmarket, Prime Beach is serving mid-market, something like that, or economy.
Okay, so because I have to make analysis about the hero challenge, so I have to ask you some questions, right?
Okay,
Okay.
it's not difficult, right?
Yeah, it's easy.
Easy question, all
Easy
right.
question.
No problem.
Yeah. The first one is, what creativity and innovation that you have done in your works?
I think these days creativity is the most important things that we have to have or to apply in our work. So because with creativity you can solve problem, you can create a better product compared to your competitors, right? So I remember back then in 2010 when we opened the hotel, Amadea Hotel, I mean Amadea Resort and Villas, we noticed that time there is a change in customer behaviors, where in the past, if a customer book their hotel, they usually book through travel agent. I mean offline travel agent. They come to travel agent, ask for some question, and then finally they buy the package. But that time in 2010, we noticed that more and more customers make their booking online through some online travel agent. That's the early period where OTA or online travel agent exists, like Agoda, Booking.com, or Expedia. Yeah. Because of that, we think we have to change, or we have to be creative in what do you call it, in doing our business, right? So that time we think creative approach to digital marketing, to what do you call it, to the new landscape of business. And then we also put a lot of money, or spend a lot on good photos, good videos, because that's what's the new marketing that happened that time. We also make a specific target or target specific market segment to target, which is young couples, because it's suitable for Seminyak area, which is a destination or a spot for young couple, young tourists, right? So with that in mind, we also create something relevant with the concept. We hire a lot of young people to work with us. So that's way make our product different to what you call it, to our main competitors. I think that's very important that we are creative and innovative.
Yeah, agree. So, as an entrepreneur, you have to see the opportunity that you have. So, how can you see that opportunity and maximize the opportunity to develop your company and your works?
I think having a long experience like me myself, I read a lot of publication, right? Like magazines, newspapers. I read also a lot of articles from internet. I subscribe to tourism articles, newsletters. So every day, every week, we get new updates from the media. I also maintain a good relation with some senior general manager of hotels. So from that source, actually, we can have a lot of information about new trend, new opportunity, new challenge. So you start from that. You keep your mind open, then you what you call it, you observe what happened overseas, what happened around you, and then you will notice that there is a new opportunity coming to your place, you know, or to your face. I think so.
Okay. And how you can maximize that?
First, you have to, if you recognize the opportunity, and then you look back at what you have, what your product is, then you can find the match between the opportunity and the product that you have. For example, if you have a product that suitable for younger market, younger couple, and then you see that a lot of young people now traveling to Bali, I think that's the good match. So this is how you maximize your product and the market needs.
Okay.
So think back to your product. Or if you don't have the product like that, you have to think and try to twist your product, change a little bit to adapt with the new opportunity.
Okay. Interesting, right?
Very interesting, but very stressful. You know?
Very stressful at the same time.
At the same time, because there is risk. What if you fail?
Okay.
But being positive, I think everything can be solved.
Okay.
Yep.
You say that there is a risk.
Yep.
And how you can face that risk?
Business is about managing risk. So even if you do nothing, you put yourself in a risk, you know. So that's why being long time in business, you understand that how to manage risk, how to encourage yourself to take risk, because there are two possibilities. Either you will be very successful when you take the risk, or you fail. When you are success is okay, but when you fail, it doesn't mean you fail forever. It means that you learn something. So that I put myself into that context. So whenever I'm failed, so I just take back a little bit and analyze what doesn't work, what works. So then from that we make some correction, and hopefully this adjustment will make us more successful, I think. Yeah, I take a lot of risks, and I do fail. I did fail several times, but I put that into a perspective that I learned a lot from that. So it's not a failure for me. Actually, it's a learning process.
Can you tell us about your story, maybe in hotel, that you take a risk?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, at Amadea Resort and Villa, we do a lot of experiment. Like we take risks by selling the hotel only online, or majority 70% our business is coming from online. No other hotel take that risk before. So when we open, we take courage to take the risk by just distributing our product through online, you know.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we also make a lot of initiative in the operation aspect. So we only have minimal staff. We also employ outsourcing employee, which other hotel didn't do that time. And I think now a lot of hotels also already copy our strategy. So that's why you minimize your fixed costs. When you minimize your fixed costs, you feel that you are very flexible to take risks, you know. So it make yourself more comfortable in doing business, because you think that your fixed cost is very small and lenient.
Okay.
So I think that's the risk that we take last time. We can see now the result is very good, because since 2011, we opened in June 2011. Our occupancy rate is always more than 80% every year. 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then this year I think everybody knows already, because it's very bad because of the COVID-19. Everybody in Bali, every hotel have been suffering.
Yeah.
So if I look back from 2011 until 2019, it was a good decision for me to take the different part of business, to take the risk to be different.
Okay. So maybe the last one.
Yeah.
The most important things in business, despite of skill, is networking, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. How you use networking in your works to develop your company?
In business, we cannot work alone. We have to work as a team. So I make sure that we have a good team with different skills. A good team is made of people with different skills. If you have same skill, your team will be weak. If you have different skill in your team, you make a strong team. You know? And then secondly, you have to build a good network from a lot of discipline. For example, I joined an association with Bali Hotel Association, so I made friends with a lot of general manager from other hotels, international hotel or local hotels. So we learn from each other how to manage hotels, because every hotel have their own characteristic, have their own challenges, have their own problem. And then so we meet like every month with other general manager. I also joined another organization which is Indonesian GM, Indonesian Hotel GM Association. It's, this organization is rather different, because the member is from local GM. There are a lot only for Indonesian citizen general manager. Mostly they manage 4-star hotels, 3-star hotels, or boutique hotels, something like that. So we also enjoy our friendship. We learn from each other as well. I also have a travel agent from a government officer, from police department. I have some friend also expert in human resources development. I also have friend from lawyers, doctor, a lot of things, you know, because from your network you will hear a lot about new opportunities, new technology coming in, and then and from different people with different discipline from yourself, you sometime, or you always hear something different perspective about issues, current issues, for example, right? So I enjoyed having a diverse networking because it helped me a lot in managing my company, in managing my business, in making decisions. Sometimes it's wrong decisions, but many times it's a right decision. That's because you have a good input from your network.
Okay. So you maximize all your network to achieve your goals, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what's your goals now?
My goals, when I retire, I want to build my own small company, which is hotel management company. I love hospitality, you know. I love hotel industry, so I think I cannot make something else other than hotels. But besides that, I want to enjoy life. I want to build a farmhouse to spend my pension, retirement, and to help my kids achieve their dream.
Okay, so now you have a son that study business in Ciputra University, right?
Yes.
And do you have maybe message for him?
Message?
For me, of course, for
Oh.
me and for all my friends.
Yeah. First, you have to be brave. You have to be brave. So don't worry to make mistake. Just try, and either you be success or you learn something. There are only two options, right? Being success or learn something. It's not a failure, but it's something to learn. Because you are still young, you have a lot of time to make a lot of mistakes, but the most important thing is that you learn something from that mistake. Second, you have to have a clear goal, have something in your mind, step by step, achieve that goal, right? And then acquire a lot of skills, communication skills, management skills, sales, marketing, operation, finance, you know. And then you also have to make sure that you have a good negotiation skill. And then I think last thing, you have to build a lot of network from many discipline, right? From a lot of profession. I think that one, be brave, and then you have your clear goal, acquire skill that needed to achieve your goal, and then build good network.
Okay, thank you. That's all our interview
Alright.
today.
I hope it will be beneficial for you.
Siap.
Hey.
Okay, thank you. That's all ya.
Alright, thank you.